Hey everyone, ZyuRed here, and welcome to another ZyuRed review. As you can see, I am coming to you from a different location because, well, a cookie-related video kinda got ants in the old location.
Bye.
Yeah, not my brightest moment. But I figured, hey, how else to break in a brand new reviewing location by reviewing something totally not brand new. So, let's review the Power Rangers Samurai Megazord. Go Samurai. So here we have each of the Samurai folding Zords in their own animal mode, or at least as much as I can get each into one shot. But we're going to take a look at them one at a time, starting with the Lion Folding Zord. The Lion Folding Zord actually has very nice detail sculpted in, at least. As you can see right here on his back, he has part of the fire emblem painted. On his face, he has nice sculpted and painted in detail, including the green eyes. On his arms, you can see a sculpted in but unpainted Shiba Clan crest. On one of his sides, you can see the panel that would go into origami mode if they had them. Unpainted part of the fire symbol. And on the other side, and then on his legs, you can see the Zord Builder connection port. The silver paint along his leg, and right under here you can see the Shiba crest for Megazord mode. His mouth can move, so he can like be all like rah 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 and such. And of course this will pop up to reveal the head and can bend like this. His only real points of articulation are his arms being able to move like this, his arms being able to move like that, his mouth, as you saw, his legs, and that. I have no idea what that is, though. So next up is the Pink Ranger's Turtle Folding Zord. Once again, great detail, and including a fully painted sky emblem and the little dots. I have no idea what those are. Once again, unpainted Shiba logo sculpted in. And on the other side, no sculpted in Shiba Clan logo because of the divot for when this folds up. The head also has, well, it doesn't have great detail, only the pink eye and silver mouth. However, this is one of the few Zords that can actually go into its emblem mode, since, well, everything that the transformation into an arm does results in it being able to do this. Next up, we have the Blue Ranger's Dragon Zord, which, as pretty much every other reviewer has said, looks like a friggin' corgi. You know, or wiener dog with the little body. It has sculpted in detail, however, they have not painted any of the emblem. And it's not even sculpted on the other side. So I have no idea why they left it unpainted, except that they did, for whatever reason. His head also has some pretty good detail with the golden mustache, typical of a Japanese dragon, and red eyes, and of course a mouth that can move. And of course his head can also move up and down. It also has the helmet for Megazord mode stored safely away in there. And for a tail, it has the sword, which can get kind of bendy, but that can simply be removed. But really, he looks better with it, surprisingly. Next, we have the Green Ranger's Bear Zord. Great sculpting. He's greatly sculpted in his once again, we have the typical sculpted in detail of the little bumps. And of course, on the inside, we have, once again, Shiba Clan logo. And again on the other side. And if you fold up his arms, it reveals part of the and if you flip up his arms, and if you flip up his legs, you can see the forest symbol. Once again, unpainted for whatever reason. And cast in a different type of plastic, or at least painted differently than the rest of the body. It does become a bit annoying, but it's really not a huge issue. And on the head, aside from the screw hole, you see the red eyes and the mouth, which can move ever so slightly. And finally, we have Emily's ape folding Zord. But really, it's a monkey, it's not an ape. Once again, sculpted in detail, a Shiba Clan logo, along with the emblem, which is painted on both the arms and the legs, which are not legs at all. And once again on the other side, and the face is a rather mean looking face, because it's just like, this is my serious business face. With its weird red eyes and whatnot. But aside from that, no other detail except for these little bits, which are supposed to be feet, which are clearly not feet. Now, let's samurai combination these guys. And here in all his glory is the Samurai Megazord. Now for the most part, pretty much all the sculpting is the same as I already showed you on the individual Zords, so let's focus on things that we see here. On the helmet, now covering the newly revealed face, we see each of the individual shapes that we see on each of the animals. We also see a Shiba Clan logo, and the nice crest right up there on top of the samurai helmet, which is very nicely sculpted. And by zooming in on the face, we of course can see the little chin strap done in red on to indicate that the helmet is actually strapped on. We also now see the sword sheathed right in the little panel that formed on the Lion Zord's legs. Let's take a look at some of that detailing. On the bottom of the handle is a very nicely sculpted in Shiba Clan logo, and once we look at the sword, we can see after the flames, we actually see each of their animals. As you can see, there's the turtle, there's the monkey, there's the bear, there's the dragon, there's a lion, and there's more flames. And of course, it is the same on the other side: lion, dragon, bear, monkey, and turtle. And once again, we see that circle and the little Shiba Clan logo. The sword pegs in very simply by just putting it into the hand of the turtle. And there you go. Your Samurai Megazord is now ready to fight evil. If you can get his sword straight, which is a major problem with this sword. So far as articulation goes, he can move his arms 360 degrees, and he can move his legs a little this much, and aside from that, that's pretty much all his articulation. I mean, this is a Megazord we're talking about. And because this Megazord is Zord Builder compatible, we can, of course, remove pieces such as the arms to switch them out for pieces from any other Zord Builder compatible Megazord, such as the Claw Battle Zord or the Bull Megazord. So why decide to review this? I mean, it's 2 years old. Well, a couple reasons. A, it was the real introduction to the Zord Builder's gimmick that Bandai of America is trying to do now. Yeah, it was introduced with the Mighty Morphin 2010 line, but we didn't have other Megazords and Zords to really combine with, so this was really the big introduction. Second, as I mentioned, they do not have an emblem mode, whereas the Japanese release Shinken-Oh does. However, you can easily find Shinken-Oh now by just going to your local Toys R Us or ToysRUs.com and ordering it for $80. So yeah, you pay $80 compared to the, what, $25, $30 that you get for this. However, you get no Zord Builder compatibility, but you do get your emblem modes. So overall, if you want the emblem modes, you're gonna have to buy Shinken-Oh. So which means you're gonna have to pay $50 more. Whereas this gets you the Megazord, Zord Builder compatibility for $50 less, for only $30 at the most. And you can probably easily find this clearanced for lower at your local Walmart, Target, or Toys R Us. Overall, I highly recommend it if the emblem mode is not a deal breaker. So, I'm ZyuRed. This has been a ZyuRed review. Rangers together, Samurai forever!